Welcome to the Blue Ridge Community Report. My name is Tom Freeman, Regional Manager for Blue Ridge Communications. This program features our friends, neighbors, and organizations that make our community a special place to live, work, and raise our families. I hope you enjoy this week's report.
"911, what's the address of your emergency?"
Hi there folks, I'm Mark Hamilton, Tioga County Commissioner, and today I want to welcome you to our Emergency Operations Center here in Tioga County. A number of years ago we saw a need to get our emergency dispatchers out of the basement of the courthouse. They didn't have any windows. We were in a floodplain. So we had this project on the books for a long time, but we did not have the ability to see it to fruition until the impact fee came along from the natural gas industry. We were able to move this project ahead. This building, the county owned for some different purposes, and we were able to move those out and rehab a building, saving us a lot of money from building another building. We handed this project pretty much to David Kohick, who's standing beside me, and he ran with the project. He not only ran with the project, he was an integral part of the project and will be for years to come. Thus, you can see that we named the building after him. Just one of the reasons we named the building after David is he had a lot of wiring that he personally did. We have 10.5 miles of wiring in this building, and if you look across the way here at the furthest mountain, that is about 10.5 miles, just to give you a reference. So I'm going to turn it over to David and his staff to give you the tour today. David?
Thank you, Commissioner. Again, my name is David Kohick. I'm Director of Emergency Services for Tioga County. Tioga County dispatches for all of Tioga County, including all of Potter, some of Bradford, some of Lycoming, and some of McKean. And all 2,550 square miles are covered by this operations center. For 36 years, we were in the basement of the courthouse at the Tioga County Department of Emergency Services. And as Commissioner Hamilton stated, we had the opportunity with some funding that allowed us to come up with a brand new 911 center, which we're going to go inside and give you a tour with our team.
My name is Lisa Rice. I am the Quality Assurance Coordinator for Tioga County 911. We're presently in the Tioga County 911 building in Wellsboro, Pennsylvania, and we're in the Communications Center. So the phone call comes in on a computer. We take that call, and the first things that we're going to ask our caller are informational things that are super important to us getting a good response for them. So the first things would be the name of the caller, the phone number that they're calling us from, and the address as well as the municipality that they're in. The reason that we do that is so that if we lose communication with them, for instance, it's a fire and phone lines go dead, that we at least have the ability to effect a response and know where we're sending help. The next thing that we do after we have evaluated who you are and where you're calling from and what your emergency is we'll start asking more questions about the type of emergency. We actually have set protocols, and those are built into our computer-aided dispatch system. All of that information is entered into the computer-aided dispatch. Once those questions are answered, the next thing that happens is the system offers up instructions. So if this is a person who is in full cardiac arrest and the caller needs to do CPR, the system will actually offer up the instructions word for word for us to tell the caller exactly what they need to do step by step. What we want to do is give our patient the absolute best chance at survival, and that means pre-arrival instructions and not waiting for an ambulance to arrive on scene to give the help that is needed. These two screens here are our radio system. Every box that you see on this lower screen is actually a base station out at a tower site. So what that means is all over geographically located in our area are different towers on top of mountains for the most part. At each one of those is a fire base, a med base, and a police base. That means that we have the ability to talk to police, fire, and EMS in any area. As units start to respond to these calls, however, everything has to be documented. To start with, we document everything in our computer-aided dispatch, but we also record everything that goes on in here. So any phone call that comes in, any phone call that goes out, any radio transmission, everything is logged on a logger recorder. So we have audio files of every event. As we're dispatching and selecting that specific tower that we need to use, so for instance, I'll use Wellsboro as an example. Our Dutch Hill Tower site, if I were going to dispatch Wellsboro, I would select that. And then every department has their own set of tones up here. We select the appropriate tower, and then we send those tones. The pagers go off, we tell the responders what they have, where the location is, and who we need to respond to that call. Once they've done that, we also use this exact same system to document their response, to document any special requests that they make. The dispatchers actually are monitoring 10 computer monitors right now, and there are several different systems in there besides the ones that I talked about. So that's kind of, in a nutshell, what we do here at Tioga 911. One of the things that we always like to close with is to let the community know anytime you call us, please know that we're working as quickly as we can to get you the help out there that you need and that you deserve. Stay on the line with us. We will get you the help out there, but we're going to want to keep you on the line and get some additional information that will help the responders so that when they do get there, they're more prepared to handle the incident as it occurs.
Hi, my name is Benton Best. I'm the Emergency Management Coordinator for Tioga County, Pennsylvania. Day to day, our office performs many functions such as emergency planning for critical facilities like daycare centers, schools, and nursing homes. During a large-scale emergency or disaster, our role changes into more of a resource coordination and support to the incident command post on scene. To do so, we operate using a room called the Emergency Operations Center. Every county in Pennsylvania is required to have one. Ours is actually co-located next to the 911 Center here in Wellsboro. The room is split into many separate functions which allow us to coordinate the resources in an efficient and streamlined manner. The first section is the planning section, which is designated by having yellow vests. That section determines what the current operational situation is, as well as what the next operational period can expect. The next section is the finance and administration section. They deal with tracking costs and personnel. The next section is the logistics section. They're designated by an orange vest. They track the resources that have been requested, are on scene, and are demobilizing. Finally, you have the operations section, which is designated by a red vest. They deal with coordinating with the on-scene incident personnel. The purpose of the Emergency Operations Center is to ensure that any issue can be dealt with all the personnel in the same room at the same time. Having pods, or different sections, allows us to coordinate that in an effective manner. In the Emergency Operations Center, we use the resources that are available to us. There's actually quite a lot of technology that we have thanks to the Tioga County Commissioners. One example of that is the Swift 911 Mass Notification System. The Swift 911 Mass Notification System allows the Emergency Operations Center to send the public mass alerts. This can be done through text message, email, social media, landline phone call, or mobile phone call. It's very flexible and everyone should sign up for it. To sign up, go to our website at www.tiogacountypa.us. On there, you can decide how you want to receive alerts and what types of alerts you would like to receive. Other technology that is available to us in the Emergency Operations Center include IP-based telephones that allow each section to coordinate in and outside of the Emergency Operations Center. We also have a projector screen that can be split into multiple different windows to allow for multiple things to be presented at once. Finally, we have what's called a Mondo Pad, which is a big touchscreen computer that allows us to coordinate and video teleconference between our room and other rooms in the center. We want to thank you for joining us today to learn about the Emergency Operations Center and emergency management in Tioga County. Please rest assured that we work day to day to ensure that the emergency plans are well fleshed and that the personnel are well trained to respond in times of an emergency. Thanks again, and please remember to sign up for Swift 911.
We'd like to thank you for visiting with us today and getting a tour of our 911 center. As you can see, we have a lot of technology that has been put in place that is expandable and will keep us up and operational for many years to come.
small community, close-knit, it's beautiful. We see people, we see their families over and over again. That's what's awesome about our hospitals.
Being affiliated with UPMC is a way for us to up our game.
Together, UPMC and Susquehanna Health are bringing life-changing medicine to north central Pennsylvania.
UPMC brings extraordinary innovation and intellect to virtually every aspect of the work we do. That's why we chose them.
It's an awesome match. We're affiliated with one of the best medical centers in the country.
The opportunity for us to learn and grow is incredible.
Exchanging ideas, sharing research, it's a tremendous opportunity to learn in real time with world-class experts.
When healthcare can be delivered close to home, everyone benefits.
Just to watch all this come together, this is it, and it could only get better.
Changing lives every day. UPMC Susquehanna.
Hello, my name is Lori Kopp, and I'm the Executive Director of the Tioga County Visitors Bureau. The Visitors Bureau was formed in 1993 expressly for the purpose of promoting tourism in Tioga County. We are the county-sanctioned tourism promotion agency. We're one of many across the state. Each county in Pennsylvania is represented by its own individual county tourism promotion agency. Our original offices were located on Main Street in Wellsboro, right next door to the courthouse. We were there until 2008 when we moved into our new location on Route 660 west of Wellsboro on the way to Leonard Harrison State Park. At our new location, we service about 6,000 visitors a year, primarily from May to October when our visitation season is at its highest. One of the surprising things people do not know about the Visitors Bureau is in addition to serving visitors through the Visitors Center where they can pick up information about the area, we are also responsible for marketing, advertising, and promoting Tioga County as a tourism destination. We do that through a very focused advertising program targeted to market areas that are the primary drivers here to Tioga County, like Philadelphia, Pittsburgh, Toronto, and parts of Maryland and Washington, D.C. As a member of the Tioga County Visitors Bureau, businesses receive a multitude of benefits. Some of those benefits include a listing on our website, which receives about 300,000 visitors a year, representation in our annual Visitors Guide, and also the ability to put your business information here in our Visitor Center to get it into the hands of visitors as they come in. In addition to those basic benefits, there are opportunities for cooperative advertising. As we move forward, we are looking at other ways to structure membership and are actually looking at a partnership basis where businesses who would like to try out the Visitors Bureau can become a marketing partner with us. If you'd like to know more, please contact me at 570-724-0635 and feel free to check out our website at visittiogapa.com.
I'm Kevin Coolidge, and I'm the creator of the Totally Ninja Raccoons. It's a children's series that I wrote specifically geared for reluctant readers from the 2nd to 4th grade. They're all set right here locally in Tioga County in Pennsylvania. When I was writing them, this comes from my experience of working in the bookstore. I'm a co-owner of For My Shelf Books. I've been doing that for over a decade. I specifically picked like that age, the 7 to 10 age, because it's that age that if a child doesn't really embrace reading, that they really start to fall behind their peers. So I really wanted to do like a fun reading that spoke to that age bracket. So ninjas, I mean, I like ninjas when I was that age. I still like ninjas. And then who doesn't like raccoons?
This is chapter 1, called Totally Ninja. A furry head pops up from a trash can with a lid tilted on his head like a hat. It's a raccoon, and he's holding a box of Chinese takeout. Someone ate all the pork out of the pork fried rice, and there aren't any chopsticks, says Kevin.
Actually, I had the idea a long time ago, and then it got put in the back burner, and I got busy with life. Nickelodeon was looking for an animated TV series, and they wanted it as a script, so I wrote the first basically the origin story of the Ninja Raccoons. Sent that out to Nickelodeon. No, they eventually passed on that, but I loved the idea so much and I had so much fun with it that I just kept going with it. The whole idea behind it is that raccoons, they already have masks. No, they're thieves. They go through your trash cans, come out in the morning and like you see your trash is all tore up. So one of the underlying themes of the book is, in the book series, is that you get to choose what you want to be.
Does anybody here know how you become a ninja? Practice, that's good. You choose to become a ninja. You can choose to be anything you want. Okay? You can choose to be a doctor, or a ninja, or a fireman. You can also choose to be happy.
So part of it is an empowering thing of becoming something better that you are, but at the same time it's fun. So there's raccoons, there's ninjas, each one has a cryptid, which is an animal that hasn't been identified by modern day science. The first in the series is a Totally Ninja Raccoons Meet Bigfoot. They're all set here in Tioga County in Wellsboro because when I was growing up, I really liked reading about an area that I was familiar with. I'm like, oh wow, this takes place in Denver, and I have been to Denver, Colorado. It makes it more real. So even though they're talking raccoons and there's cats, it's all set right here in Wellsboro. So it gives it a verisimilitude, which basically means it gives it a more of a reality to it. So I wrote my first book actually back in 2007 called Hobo Finds a Home, which was about our bookstore cat Hobo. Now, I wrote columns, I had wrote short stories, some shorter pieces. So I wrote the children's book and it did really well. How an ideal comes into play and it can be there for a long time, but like once I started writing them, they just took off. They just started writing themselves. I had so much fun with the first one that I had ideas for the second one, and I went to the third one, and I now have 5 books out in the series, and then the 6th one is actually coming out, and that's the Totally Ninja Raccoons and the Secret of Nesmic Lake. I sell my books locally here at From My Shelf Books and Gifts, and I'll just keep them in stock. But with the modern age, you can get them anywhere that books are sold. So you can order them online, like through our website, wellsborobookstore.com, if you want a signed and personalized copy. Meeting an author and having a personalized copy can really make a big difference when you're a kid.
Get out of my garbage, you stinking thieves, yells a fat, hairy man holding a broom. With a crash, Bandit's trash can topples over and he dashes out, running for the safety of the dark.
One of the things about writing is the hardest part is starting and then keeping going. So like one of the best pieces of advice I had from an author was just finish something. So my goal was to finish it. And what do you do once you finish it? Well, unless you're really lucky, or if in the writing industry you want to find an agent. I looked for an agent. You get a lot of no's. It was the summer of 2015 where I submitted agents, and I just kept writing because most of the time, like when I was researching it, they want to know what else that you're writing. And so I kept going, and I actually had an agent that was really interested, but ultimately he ended up saying it was too much like another project that a client had. So I decided I was just going to publish it myself, and actually what I did is I formed my own publishing house, which is From My Shelf Books and Gifts. Since I was going to do it myself, I'm going to do it exactly how I want it, so I really made it local. I was like, I'm going to make these local. They're going to be for Tioga County in Pennsylvania, and if they go bigger, that's great. If not, I know they're going to take off here. I actually use Ingram Spark, which is a subsidiary of like one of the biggest wholesalers out there. We use Ingram at the bookstore. That's why now, like if a bookstore wants to order them, they can just go and order them right from Ingram. So that way they're accessible to everybody. I mean, sure, they're available at From My Shelf Books and Gifts. And if you're in Wellsboro, I really encourage you to come there. They're even available overseas. I'm actually selling some of the Ninja Raccoons in the UK, in Great Britain, which is really great. But I have no idea why they're selling in the UK. To see that and to get like a royalty check from a UK sale is really fun to be able to do that.
What's a ninja, says Rascal. A ninja is a highly trained in martial arts and stealth. Ninjas hire themselves out for secret missions, says Bandit. Do ninjas eat General Tso's chicken, asks Kevin. A ninja eats whatever he wants, replies Bandit.
It's a small community, close-knit, it's beautiful. We see people, we see their families over and over again. That's what's awesome about our hospitals.
Being affiliated with UPMC is a way for us to up our game.
Together, UPMC and Susquehanna Health are bringing life-changing medicine to North Central Pennsylvania.
UPMC brings extraordinary innovation and intellect to virtually every aspect of the work we do. That's why we chose them.
It's an awesome match. We're affiliated with one of the best medical centers in the country.
The opportunity for us to learn and grow is incredible.
Exchanging ideas, sharing research, it's a tremendous opportunity to learn in real time with world-class experts.
When healthcare can be delivered close to home, everyone benefits.
Just to watch all this come together, this is it, and it could only get better.
Changing lives every day. UPMC Susquehanna.
Hi, I'm Lori Kopp with the Tioga County Visitors Bureau. I talked to you briefly about the Visitors Bureau and what we do and some of our membership opportunities. Our members are, in essence, our marketing partners. They join with us in order to reach out to visitors to bring them into their businesses. To facilitate that, we offer a variety of opportunities in which you can advertise with us. It really is the ability for small businesses to band together in order to make a larger presence. So, you as a business would have the opportunity with the Tioga County Visitors Bureau to reach out to those markets in ways that you might not be able to do on your own. For instance, we do cable advertising. In addition to that, we also do online advertising. When I talk about the markets where we are currently advertising, you might wonder, well, how did you pick Philadelphia, Toronto, and Pittsburgh? Let me tell you, we've done our research. We actually conducted a marketing study, and we found some interesting information. Our visitors primarily came from Philadelphia and its surrounding markets, Pittsburgh, some of its surrounding areas, and Toronto. In addition, we did get a sampling of people from the DC, Maryland area, which continues to grow each year. What we also found is for every dollar we spend advertising outside of the area in these markets, we brought back $7.51 to Tioga County. That's pretty phenomenal. If you'd like to know more about these opportunities, please contact me at 570-724-0635 or check out our website at visittiogapa.com.
Joyce Tice. I'm the director of the History Center on Main Street in Mansfield. We started about 5 or 6 years ago in the Neal House at 83 North Main, and then we acquired the old Methodist Church at 61 North Main. This was built in 1849 as a Methodist church, and it was used until the 1870s when the Methodists moved to the brick church. After that, the Universalists had it and the Seventh-day Adventists. And we've turned it into our display area for our museum artifacts. We also have meetings here, high school reunion receptions, and presentations of various sorts. The History Center on Main Street is about all things Mansfield and the surrounding area. We have artifacts, we have thousands and thousands of photos, some of which have never been seen publicly. We produce books, a website that showcases some of our holdings, and we put together presentations about our history. We're looking forward to a long future showcasing Mansfield's past. Right now, we're going to take a look at some of the things we have on display here in the History Center right now, and get an idea of just exactly what you can find when you come here. This is a display of some of the mayors and burgesses of Mansfield. The first burgess in 1857 was Henry Allen, and we have a poster for each of them showing their business, their home, some of their family, whatever we have to illustrate that particular person. This is what we call the blue and gold room, the colors of Mansfield High School, now North Penn Mansfield. We have cheerleading outfits, sports outfits, band outfits, little mementos that people have donated to us. We have receptions for the high school reunion classes, and this gives them the opportunity to look at all of these items that we've collected from Mansfield High School going back into the 20s. This is a display of various items and artifacts from the Mansfield State Normal School, Mansfield State College, Mansfield University. The colors red and black look very prominent here. We have class banners from 1916 and 1915. We have normal school graduation certificates as far back as the 1890s. One down here is Harold Strait, who was prominent in Mansfield, and for which part of our highway is named. In this room, we have furniture that belonged to Celia O'Meara Rumsey and her husband, Francis Marion Shaw. He was in the Civil War in Andersonville Prison. They were members of this church when it was a Methodist church way back in the beginning. And on this side, we have some artifacts from the Wren's Nest, including the writing desk that was a gift to Sarah Morris when she got married in 1837. In this room, we have school artifacts, most prominent of which are the WPA architectural models. These were made by the Museum Extension Project in 1938 and distributed to the schools. The ones that we have here were in the Campus Elementary School and then Warren L. Miller, and we obtained these last spring. They're very attractive and in very good condition considering they're made of plaster. I'm sitting in chairs that were actually in the Twain movie theater. We have several of these and they're on display here along with some other articles from the movie theater, restaurants, and various businesses. Well, thanks for taking this little tour with me. Stop in when we're open. Our regular hours are Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday afternoons, but we could be here anytime you make an appointment, especially if you're from out of town.
I'm Lori Kopp, the Executive Director of the Tioga County Visitors Bureau. And I'm here to talk to you today about how the Visitors Bureau is moving forward. We have tried to be aware of what's going on in the markets, what's new and exciting in advertising opportunities, and what is the best way to reach out to visitors. As a result, we have moved our efforts from being print-driven to being more electronic and web-driven. We continue to advertise in markets within a 5-hour radius. We try to reach out to people not only through advertising on their smartphones, but through our social media channels as well. We are one of the first organizations in the county to embrace social media and to use it to its fullest potential. As we move forward, we're looking at how we can improve some of the things we're doing, how all of us can work together to show that Tioga County is a premier destination for visitors, offering a variety of things to do, places to stay, activities, itineraries to follow. We want to be a place for families, for couples, for groups, for meetings, and we want you to be a part of it. Here in Tioga County, we're a collection of entrepreneurs and independent businesses. Studies have shown that communities with independent businesses and entrepreneurs are more able to weather economic changes and challenges. We're in that position here, but we can make it better. We can take your businesses and we can get the word out to a larger audience, and we want to do that for you. If you're a small business, we know what challenges you face every day trying to advertise, because you know, even though you've built it, it doesn't mean they're going to come until they know about it. And the only way people know about it is if you tell them through advertising and marketing. And we want to help you do that. So if you're currently not a member or you haven't worked with us in the past, the opportunity to do so is coming. If you have questions, please contact me at 570-724-0635.